Cheri Oteri, Gasteyer, Cecily Strong, Laraine Newman, and Rachel Dratch. SNL 50, the homecoming concert. Friday night, SNL 50, live on NBC. Sunday night at 8 o'clock. That's going to be amazing. Mary Ellen Matthews behind the bar. The Art of the SNL Portrait by Mary Ellen Matthews is available March 4th. What fun it must be photographing the hosts every week.
It's so much fun to be part of the SNL family.
Yeah.
I mean, that's sure. But to be part of all these women and the life that we all live there, it's amazing.
Yes.
Yes.
Let's go back to the virtual fans. Amanda from Kentucky, what's your question for Laraine?
Hey, first of all, you guys are all icons. Like, so happy to meet you. And then Laraine, so since you almost snuck the C word into the Californian sketch during the 40th anniversary special, what are the chances of you doing that for the 50th anniversary?
Nobody tells me anything. I don't know what we're doing on Sunday, but I don't think I'll get a chance to do it.
Here's Katie and Anthony from San Diego with a question for Cecily and Anna.
Ooh. Hey, Andy. Hey, ladies.
Hey.
Hey, so since both of you sang a lot during your time on the show, do either of you have an all-time favorite musical sketch you've done?
Oh,
ooh,
good question.
That's hard.
Mine would be Deborah's time or the Christmas raccoons.
Okay.
Mine's a simpler one. It's probably Bobby and Marty. But there was a character I did called Deandra Wells, who was very, very, talked about love a lot, but was mean to her band. And that was fun.
Cheri, you played such a string of absolutely demented characters.
Thank you.
Was there any that didn't make air that you wanted to do? Because it does seem like they gave you free rein to just be as demented as you possibly could.
No, they truly let me do what I
wanted to do. They did.
Yeah.
How did you and Will come up with the cheerleaders?
We were, when we got to SNL, we were on the stage and we were just all improvising. And because it was a wooden stage in Hollow, I just started doing this and then waiting for our turn to improvise. And then Will started doing it. And then I went, and then he started getting serious. And then we just laughed at each other and said, oh, we should write a cheerleader sketch.
Wow. That's cool. Little did you know. I have to assume all of you who had sketches that became huge, recurring sketches, I'm assuming the first time you do a sketch, you have no idea that it's going to wind up doing it.
No idea.
Did any of you wind up resenting any of the characters that you did? Like, I got to do, were you ever annoyed to do the Coneheads again?
Oh, I love doing the Coneheads. It was Christina.
Oh, really?
I love Christina.
Me too.
That kept me up.
I didn't think it was funny.
You didn't think it was funny?
I didn't think she was.
Let me ask you a round of season one questions, Laraine. Was there a guest host in the early years that the cast was the most nervous about?
Gosh, I can't speak for everybody else.
Right.
I know that we were looking forward to Milton Berle, and that was a disappointment.
Yeah, what happened? It was not a fit, right?
It just wasn't a fit.
Yes, right. It was not a...
That's what we'll say.
Yes, yes. Was there a now popular sketch that everyone thought would flop?
Oh, my gosh. You know, Andy, it's been 50 years, and I don't remember.
Yeah.
Tell us, Nana.
Were you ladies in a sketch that you ever thought was going to flop that wound up being, big?
A couple.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to say what they were.
Okay. The after parties the first couple of years, just mountains of cocaine?
Well, the thing is that we were so hungry. We
you were
just wanted
hungry.
to eat.
Yes.
And it took so long to
do
get
the
food.
coke. And then do the coke.
That is like a theme of the show. Oh, sorry.
It is. I would say so, too. If anybody wanted us to come and show up at their function, all they had to do was feed us.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, sorry, Laraine, you answer.
No, it's true.
No,
yeah.
What was your first impression of Belushi when you first met him?
Cuddly.
Really?
Yeah, we did improv at Lorne's Loft first, just to get the cast to congeal.
Wow.
And he and I did Cheri, and he did this kind of like Chicago character, this shy jock, and we're on a date on a roller coaster.
Oh my God.
Wow. That was the first time I met him.
Wow. I wonder for you, because I'm so excited about going to the concert Friday night, for each of you here, a musical guest that left you super starstruck, first that comes to your mind. Rachel?
My very first, when I was getting my photo taken for the cast, you're on the show, David Bowie was rehearsing, playing Rebel Rebel right there, just rehearsing. And I was like, I am in another planet right now.
Laraine.
Yeah, I got to say David Bowie.
Wow, Bowie for you too.
With Klaus Nomi and Joey Arias.
Wow. Cheri?
I think James Taylor.
Yeah. Yep. Anna?
I had the same thing with Tom Petty because I had it was my first musical guest, and I had a memory of my first show that I did, and I had a really visceral memory of seeing him. But also, U2 came and Bono. Remember he walked through the crowd? It was it was mind blowing.
Cecily?
My first Christmas, Paul McCartney sang with Nirvana.
Oh my God!
Come on.
Yeah.
Are you kidding? Wow. Okay, for each of you,
He sang the
for each of you, who was the first cast member you connected to, Cecily?
Cast member? Well, I came in with Adie and Tim.
Okay.
So we were connected from
Anna?
I was all by myself because I came in an off year, so it was probably other groundlings. It was Will, Cheri, people who understood my background,
Cheri?
I came in with Chris and Will.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was nice to know somebody.
Laraine, you were
Gilda was my first friend, yeah.
Aww. Wow. Did you have a favorite Gilda character?
It's politically incorrect, so I'm just not going to describe the character. Her name was Colleen.
Oh, yes. I know who Colleen was.
Killed me.
Yes. She was challenged.
Yeah.
Rachel?
Well, I came in myself too. I knew Tina was already there, so I knew her. And then, these ladies, Anna and Cheri and Molly were there when I got there.
Oh,
so
wow.
That was like, oh my gosh, I'm up here with these.
I was going to say, that must have been very intimidating for you, though.
Well, but it was also like that, I watched them on TV and I was like, oh my God, I love these guys. They're so funny. Here I am with, it was intimidating, but they were friendly.
Yes.
It's worth noting, there were fewer women than men.
Yes.
Still. So you bond quickly with your ladies.
Yeah. But it's amazing how you all, what a showcase. There were always less women, but the showcase, for me, the women were always the stars of the show. So, I want to leave it there. I want to thank Cecily, Anna, Cheri, Rachel, and Laraine Newman. For more, click around BravoTV.com. Good night, everybody.